So this is my video on how to build an electric guitar from a kit. Never done a kit before. Built plenty of guitars from hand. This is a double neck kit that I got online. I think it was under 200 bucks. The first thing I want to check is how flat the neck is. And surprisingly, this neck is dead flat. Both of them are dead flat. And I went and I checked all the frets using my fret rocker. You just put it on there and see if you can wobble it. There's a tiny bit there. A very, very, very small amount. That one's a little high in the middle. Not bad. That one's a little high in the middle. That one's a little high. So anyway, I went all the way down, the 12 and the 6. There's a couple of high spots, but I can file those down with my leveling beam. I checked the neck alignment. Alignments are straight. I checked the scale length, which is the measurement between the nut and the bridge. It comes out exactly at 25.5 inches, which is what you want for the scale of guitar. There's 3 major scales to guitar building. The Fender scale is 25.5. The Gibson scale is 24.75, and Paul Reed Smiths are usually around 25. That's the measure between the nut and the saddle on the bridge. And that determines where the frets go. If it's 24.75, the frets are going to be in a different location, and 25 as well. I'm shocked because I thought this would be complete garbage, but it's straight. The scale length is right. The frets are right. It's small fret wire, raw maple. I mean, for 180 bucks, you can't go wrong with this. Came with a preloaded pick guard, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to use the pick guard, but I'm not going to use the pickups. I'm going to rewire this completely. It's got the little Chinese pods and pickups. Those are all coming out. I'm going to rewire the whole thing. And I need to add another volume pot because I like to have a volume pot up here for the 12. It has a global volume pot. They're both active at the same time. You can't switch. This position activates both. I don't like that. I want to have a volume pot here for this half of the guitar, a volume pot here for this half of the guitar. I'm probably going to put a roto switch in here that switches from the 12 to the 6. Because I don't use a tone pot. I don't know. I'm going to work that out. The bridges are garbage. Both of them. I'm going to try to locate a 12-string flat mount in black. And then this has got the 6-hole tremolo, which I don't care for. It's really chintzy. I think I've got a Floyd Rose 6-hole conversion in my stuff. But the hardware's going to be black. The tuners are going to be black. They sent me a bunch of these Chinese tuners that are, see how that flops around in there? I don't see that being able to stay in tune very well. So all this is just going to go in the scrap heap. I probably won't even use the mounting bolts. I probably won't use any of this. Definitely not the tuners. Definitely not the bridges. Definitely not the little guitar strings. They're already rusting. But yeah, we got 1 left and 2 rights worth of tuners. That'll be, I don't know, if somebody wants them, they can have them. I would not trust that. Do you see how that thing flops around like that? That is not going to stay in tune. So anyway, yeah, it cost me 180 bucks, but the tuners alone are going to cost me over 200. The bridges are going to cost me, if I use the Floyd Rose, it's 300. If I use a Wilkinson or something, it's going to be cheaper. Easily going to triple or quadruple the investment by changing out the hardware, especially the pickups. I work with DiMarzio, and they'll give me a smoking deal on the pickups I want, but still my cost on those is going to be 40 bucks each, which is half off. I'll oil the necks. I'm going to recut that headstock because it's got the please don't sue me fender style, and I'm going to, of course, cut it into the try and sue me fender style. And then the 12 string, I'm probably just going to round that off. I don't like it being square like that. I'll round that off. I'll cut the lawsuit shape into that, oil the necks. Bodies, the body I'm going to paint white. And I got to prime it first, but you don't want to just jump in and paint these things. You got to make sure everything's right. You got to make sure the measurements are right. The alignment was right. You know, the math, it has to line up, it has to work, because once you paint it and then you start drilling new holes in there, it's going to really mess it up. But, you know, for 180 bucks, I'm really happy with this so far. And I'll continue filming this and splice it all together and let you know how it turns out. String alignment. Got to make sure the neck's straight, neck pockets are straight. So put a string in the very first slot. This one has 12 slots. Why? Because it's a 12 string, that's why. Into the first slot of the bridge. Get up over top of it. And I look at the reveal between the string and the edge of the neck, which is really, really good. I'll check the other side. On the other side. And the reveal is the same. The screw holes line up. I'm shocked. I thought for sure I would have to straighten this out because it was only 180 bucks. That's nuts. I'll check the other neck. 6 string. Same reveal. On the low E to the bridge. Bridge is lined up. That's my reveal. That's actually really, really good. I've seen worse from Fender. Let me check the high E. There's the high E. The reveal looks good down there, but when you get down here, there's a little bit more reveal. So I'll compensate for that when I do the bridge. It's not bad. I've seen a lot worse than that. So the scale length is right. The alignment is right. I won't be using this hardware. I'm going to use a different bridge on both, and different pickups and pots. I'm going to rewire this whole thing because I don't want to use their pots. But so far, it's looking pretty good.